Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Um, okay, this is my first time going fully live on YouTube. I'm trying to navigate this. So, welcome everybody, and happy New Year, and to us all. I hope we had a wonderful time so far today. And I know that it's gonna be a great year for us. So I just wanted us to continue from our discussion from yesterday and start the new year. So I know it's a lot going on. I'm sure everybody is with family today. If you can hear me, I am please subscribe to the channel when you join so that you can comment and drop a chat. So I'll wait a minute for others to join. I'm trying to reach out to other groups to share the link on other groups as well. So just give us a few minutes for others to join. Please, when you join the live stream, what am I saying? Stream. That's funny. When you join the live stream, please subscribe to the channel so you can comment and ask your questions and we can have a wonderful conversation together this afternoon or this evening or this morning, wherever you're from. Because the one time that everybody understands the map of the world is on New Year Day, because that's when you realize that you are actually on different time zones, kind of like from every other person. So let's get in. Welcome, 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 everybody. I hope you can hear me. And yeah, before you can chat, you have to subscribe to the channel. So please kindly subscribe to the channel to drop your messages. We'll not be hosting on Google Meet today because unfortunately I realized that it can, even when I extend it, it cannot take more than say 500 people, and we're kind of more than that. So there's no point doing that. So even Zoom is the same. So there's no point. We might as well do it on YouTube where there is no limit to the amount of people that can join. I will start like by 10 minutes after 7 or 10 minutes after 1 p.m. So say 2 minutes time we'll start fully, but let's wait for others to join. So welcome to the meeting today. Please to tag text and to chat, kindly subscribe to the channel, and that's how you can chat and drop your questions on the meeting. Okay, hello everyone. Again, welcome. It's 10 minutes after 1, so we can start the discussion. Um, okay. Some people are asking me to wait a minute for them, so please pardon us for just few seconds more. Thank you for joining. Welcome. If you're just joining, kindly click to subscribe to the channel. Um, okay. All right, so I think we can start fully now. Everybody should be joining now. So we are supposed to hold this meeting. For those that are waiting, apologies. We were supposed to hold this meeting on Google Meet, but it was not going to take a lot of people. So we kind of decided to just host it on YouTube because, like on YouTube here, everybody has YouTube. You don't have to download a special app for this, anyways, and then although I don't know for people that are not here in the US, like the data, sorry about that. But then it's kind of like always just accessible, and a lot of people can um access generally the YouTube channel. So thank you for understanding. I know it's a lot, even for myself, it's a lot that I have to I'm trying to figure it all out in such a short period of time. But then I hope that I'm getting the hang of things. So thank you so much for understanding. Um, Maybe in our next sessions, like it gets better as we go along. But at least for this starting, I wanted us to um I wanted to make sure that it is at least something that a lot of people could access and they could get through with. So yeah, so thank you. So please you can drop your comments in the chat section. To chat, you have to subscribe to the channel. It's just 1 minute. So I'm sure by the time I get to that point where we take questions and answers from everybody, the 1 minute is enough time for us to get the hang of it. So good I don't know if it's good morning, good afternoon, good night, but where I am is good afternoon. So good afternoon, everybody. It's nice to have you guys join us today. My name is Salt Lady. Everybody calls me Salt Lady. Yeah, but my name is Toyosi. Toyosi like salt, add salt to it. So Toyosi salt. So that's why everybody calls me Salt Lady, because it's like the English version of my name. So hi and happy new year to you all. Welcome to the new year. I pray this new year would be one that would be bring in great blessings, great joy, sound health for everyone. And I do hope that um no matter what stage you are in your life, and this year, I hope that it's going to be a really, really big successful one for you. So thank you so much for joining us today once again. Um, the conversation today is, as always, on the US immigration um generally a lot has been going on. So welcome to everybody that is just joining. Please subscribe to the channel. Then you can drop your chat in the chat box. Okay, so yesterday I started off the conversation explaining what the EB visa was about, and I will not go deeply into it because I did a lot of the explanation yesterday. I wanted us to spend the bulk of today talking about some parts of the questions that were raised yesterday. Um okay. Voila, oh Jesus. So much technicality. Um I'm sorry, please, for everyone joining. I think maybe we'll go back to our Google Meet and just stream from there. A lot of people are asking. Um, the video is unavailable. That's strange. Okay. Oh, thank you, Fresh Motivations TV. Okay. Thank God I can see somebody could hear me clearly. Oh, thank you. Okay. I was like, what's going on? I'm not hearing anybody. It says that the video is restricted. No, it's not restricted because I'm sure that I made sure that it was not restricted to anybody. Oh, thank you, Project Connect. Thank you. Okay. So I think the video is not visible. Oh, yes, it's a no video. I don't come on live. I don't have the time. Beg. We are here to talk. I beg, leave the video out of it. Thank you so much. I ain't got no time for that. So, okay. Oh yeah, sorry. Maybe one day you see my face, but I don't have time for that. Today I'm all about eating food. I don't have time to do anything. So let's talk and chat. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Hey, now I'm talking to people. All right. So sorry to the person who could not access it. I don't know why it is showing that on your end because I made sure 100% that the video was not restricted. Like I literally, like I should have been enjoying my day. I spent the bulk of this morning trying to kind of set this up to make sure that everybody can access it because I didn't like yesterday how I was not able to see a lot of people's message. Like I could not converse with everybody as I always would like everybody to be carried along. So it's good that we can do this together today. So thank you. Let me get into the meat of the matter. The last person said my name. Oh, yeah, that's the general Toyosi. That's a common one. I'm an uncommon person. So my name is Oluwato Iyo Sayemi. So that's totally different from every version of Toyosi that you've ever seen. Okay, so let's get into the meat of the matter. Thank you, Kanayo. You asked the first question. I'm going to try. Please, let's not ask the questions yet. Let's kind of tone it down. Can just give me like 10 minutes so that I don't miss your questions? Okay. So I don't miss your questions. Just let us set the background for 10 minutes and then we go into the questions. Okay. Thank you and welcome, Kanayo. All right. The employment-based visa. I'll run through it for those of us that were not here yesterday so that we can have a little bit of knowledge about it. The employment-based visa is simply a pathway for you to get a legal residence in the United States of America. If you have dreamed or you have always wanted to be a global citizen, and by the way, I think every one of us should aspire to be a global citizen. If you want that, you can actually apply to this visa pathway, and it allows you to legally stay in the US to work, to do anything you like, basically. Yeah, like it's a no restrictions visa. But you're supposed to definitely do what you claim that you want to do for the US. So if you say you want to come and do research, please do the research. If you say you want to come create a company, like start a business, please start the business. Okay, please start the business. We know that but then we all know that sometimes like your trajectory in life can change because who knows, you may start a lot of people came here from their country and they started, maybe they were working in the bank, and when they got into the US they decided to become a nurse, and they went to school and then they became a nurse, right? So your career trajectory might change, and that's okay, that's fine. However, you have to still continue to fulfill on your promise that you what they brought you in here to do, you're going to continue to do it. So how can you access this visa then? How can you get this green card, this 10-year green card? And by the way, if you do get the 10-year green card, every member of your family also automatically benefits from it. I mean, your immediate family, your wife, your husband, your children, not your extended family, like your father, your mother, your brothers, your sisters, your cousin, that your uncle's son, that your auntie's brother's daughter that you wanted to help. No, you cannot help them. It only benefits your immediate nuclear family, your spouse and your children. So they would also automatically be a beneficiary of the visa if you do get approved for it. So how do you get the visa? Well, it's a tedious process. I have to stay up front, but it is not impossible. If you do have what it takes and you meet all the requirements, you can absolutely go in for it. So please, yeah, you can drop your question now. So if you do meet all the visa requirements and you can kind of put in your best foot forward, you definitely can go in for it. So I encourage you, if you are a person, and I always kind of put it this way. Imagine a lot of us who are already in the US, who are, say, maybe like you're on student visa or you are on J1 visa. If you, when you were coming here, you did write a statement of purpose, you provided recommendation letters, you explained what you want to come do for the US. It is exactly the same way with this visa. This visa is just like a senior version of that visa. I don't know if it's clear that way. So it's just kind of like a senior version of that other visa. So it is important for us to kind of look at it like it's not an impossible task, but it just demands more. They just require a lot more details, a lot more documentation, a lot more facts. But just like the university, when you apply to come to school here, the same way they read your application and they review it and they determine that, oh, okay, well, maybe we want him here, we want you here, and they decide to give you a fully funded um scholarship. Well, it is exactly that same mode when you apply for the EB visa. There are certain requirements that are needed. Um, as we journey along, I would go into the requirements and explain so that for those of us who want to explore that option this year, and I know a lot of us here have actually explored it as an option. Many people have gotten approved, so many people are kind of like still waiting to hopefully get through the process. But like for those that have gotten approved, for those that have been lucky to scale through, congratulations to you, congratulations to you. We know that it was not an easy process, but you did scale through. So it is not impossible. I like to say that upfront, that it is not like it is impossible, but you have to do the work. You have to get it right. You have to make sure that your explanation, your documentation, and everything that you're presenting is actually very, very good and very correct. So I will take the questions as I go along so that it does not pile up. So can I ask, it said, hello, Salt Lady, what do you think about the waiver for those with EB approvals? What are the chances? So I don't understand the waiver, the EB approvals. Can you ask again? Because the waiver is the EB approval. So what are the chances? What do you mean? What do you mean? I don't think I got your question clearly. I don't think I got it clearly. Okay, please kindly re-ask the question. Then if he asks, Happy New Year, does your NIW being denied affect your EB1A? If yes, where do you specify this in your application? No, the answer is no. your NIW being denied does not affect your EB1A petition, because a person might be qualified for EB1A and they may not be qualified for NIW. It's weird, right? It sounds weird when I say that, but it's the truth, because the requirements for NIW are different from the requirements for EB1A. For NIW, for example, you need to have, if you're claiming, there are two categories that you can claim. So you can go for extraordinary exceptional ability, or you can claim advanced degree. If, for example, you don't have an advanced degree, that is a master's or PhD, or a bachelor's degree and 5 years work experience, if you don't have any of that and you also don't meet the exceptional ability requirement, you can opt for EB1A, because who knows, you might actually be somebody that is really extraordinary in your field and has gotten to the top of your career. And if you have done that, definitely you are qualified for the EB1A. But what I would say, this is the line: you may not qualify for EB1A and you may qualify for EB2NIW. Let me say it again. You may qualify for EB2NIW and not qualify for EB1A. And you may qualify for EB1A and not qualify for EB2NIW, depending on what your credentials say. But when you have been denied an EB2NIW, it's not like it can directly affect your EB1A. The problem is that now they look through your application. So if you applied in January, and when you applied in January 2025, you submitted a Google Scholar that had maybe just one publication and one citation, and you came back in July 2025 and you are applying, and suddenly, miraculously, you have 250 publications with 1,000 citations. Please make it make sense. They are not, it would raise red flags. So in the past, they did not used to um look through, like cross check your previous application that has been denied, but unfortunately now they do that. They've been doing it before, just that it was not like, super high up there. But now they do, and it's good. It's not like it's a bad thing. It's actually good, to cross check facts and everything. So, but then it affects people in a bad way, kind of. So, to answer your question, does your EB2NIW being denied affect your EB1A petition? If yes, where do you specify this in your application? In all fairness, you only specify this in your I-140 application. In your I-140 form, that's where you specify it. They will ask, there's a part in the form that asks if you have been denied before. So if you have been denied, if you have gotten a denial prior now, you can actually specify it in the application. However, if you have not been denied before, then you may not really have to worry yourself or go through that. So that is where you specify it. But in the write-up, the petition letter itself, if there were discrepancies, maybe when you did your EB2NIW, if they found some discrepancies in your application, maybe they fault you on some things, it is actually good for you to mention that in your new EB1A and mention that you've clarified it, like be clear on it, okay? You don't want to, because they will look through the records, right? Right now they do cross check those documents, so they will look through. So you can check through and make sure that it is all well done. So I hope I did answer your question. I F1 for an F1 who just completed masters, then started PhD, realized that it is not for me, then you want to master down to a second master's, which is still related. Okay, there's a lot of, the English is not clear. Okay, well, let me try to understand you. You completed your master's degree, you started a PhD. Oh, okay, 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 I get you now. You realized the PhD was too much for you, and then you decided that you wanted to do a second master's in that same field that is related. Is there a way you can still polish your resume and still apply for EB2? Well, in a way, if you have already completed your F1, that's your initial F1, you already qualified by the eligibility requirement. That means you have an advanced degree, so you do qualify that way. Okay. Yeah, I know 100% that if you have a master's degree in your field and you, okay, I think I understand what you're saying. Say, for example, I think if I get what you're saying right, maybe for example, you studied, say, um, maybe biochemistry for your undergrad, and then you came into the US, and then you did a master's in maybe something chemistry related for your first master's, and then for the second master's you decided to maybe do something related to maybe immunology or maybe public health. It's still in your field, it's not like it's far away, but your proposed endeavor is in that new master's that you are trying to do. I don't know if that's what you're saying. Well, the law is very clear, the requirement is clear. If you can find a way to argue that for you to practice that new masters, like for you to qualify for that new masters or the job that you eventually want to do when you get approved, if you can find a way to explain to them that, oh, it's, well, you need a background in biochemistry, for example, I'm not saying that that's your field, but to do it, then you can claim that. I think that I don't know, but I think that is what I understand by your question. Welcome everybody. Thank you for joining. If you're just joining us, please subscribe to the channel so you can chat. Thank you so much for subscribing. I appreciate it. All right. The next question, and please, it's just 1 minute. If you want to ask a question, just click subscribe, and in 1 minute, by the time I finish answering one question, I would have gotten to your question. So, hello, I'm sorry for those that are joining us newly. We're talking about the employment-based visa. This is a visa pathway that is for exceptional people like you, like me. And please don't look at yourself like you're not extraordinary or you're not exceptional. You are, you are. You just don't know yet. You have just not dug deep enough in yourself to bring out that great value in yourself. So, and the good part of this is that even if you don't qualify today, as of today, if you determine and you sit down and you map out, you chart a course for this, I kid you not, in the next 2 3 years, some people, in fact, some people, it might just be 6 more months that they need to brush up their profile and to get to that part. Not lying, you're not doing anything wrong, you're not doing anything, and I like to say that up front. You don't have to do anything wrong. You can do everything legal, everything clean, and get approved for this, because it is a very, very, very credible pathway to get your green card. Very credible pathway. And this is a 10-year green card, no restriction. After the 5th year, you apply for citizenship. Gaskia, you become an American citizen. No questions asked. If you get approved for it, your children and your spouse also automatically get approved for it. That's a big deal. That's good. So I'll go to the next question, and then I'll come back and talk more about the employment-based visa. Thank you. Thank you. And please like the channel too, and please like the chat and encourage me. Uh, yeah, thank you so much. Okay. So if I am filing EB1A and NIW together, does it make sense using different stories for my petition? Okay, let me read it again. If you're filing EB1A and NIW together, does it make sense using different stories for your petition? So when you say stories, because language is very funny and we have to get it clear. We have to understand what we are saying clearly. When you say different stories, do you mean media stories, Damiel? Is that what you mean? Because if you're meaning different stories in terms of like media reports. That might not be so good. That might not be so good. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'll come back to your question, Jamie, but I saw that um Taisi responded. He said he came to the US, he did his master's in computer science and then a PhD in computer science, and he got tired of the PhD. Trust me, I know what you feel like. I also started a PhD, and well, I completed mine, but I almost died. I almost died along the way. It was so much. In fact, I dropped out in my brain many, many times. Yeah, and it was frustrating. I think in everything that I have done, aside doing this EB1, EB2 process anyway, my PhD was the most difficult thing that I ever did. I don't advise anyone. Well, do it so that if you want to do it. But me, no, never. Not in another lifetime will I try a PhD. So please, I understand what it feels like. And if you're doing a PhD currently, like, please hold your left hand as we are talking. That's me holding your hand and encouraging you. You can do it. It's another year. You have just few more years to go. And if you're completing it this year, you're on your dissertation, just hold on. Keep strong. It will be over soon. And trust me, when it is over, even when people call you doctor, it will not make sense to you, because I cannot remember when the last time anybody called me doctor. It don't make no sense to me anyway. But it's okay. You will get through it. All right, let's go back. So now you got out of the PhD, you dropped out, and then you're now doing a master's in business analytics, which you will still be able to work as an AI engineer. Would this change look suspicious in your EB2NIW? No, it would not. The reason being that when you say you're doing your master's in business analytics, okay, and you have a master's in computer science, in all fairness and in all truthfulness, it's connected and it's related, except it's another kind of computer science that we don't know about. Because for crying out loud, for you to actually function as a business analyst, you're actually going to be using a lot of your skills as a computer scientist. So it's both interrelated, except maybe you want to now go do full bloom business analytics that has nothing to do with computer science, which I don't think it works now. Even the woman that sells pepper at the market uses some form of computer science these days anyway. So, and I'm sure you use the same, you use the apps you use, I mean the tech skills you have, they are all interconnected, right? Here's what I would say. When you want to apply for your EB2NIW, please do not apply cliche as a bland business analytics person. You should infuse your computer science background into it. Don't come and appear as somebody who did finance and now is doing a master's in business analytics. Your case is a little bit different. You have a background in computer science. In all fairness, I think it's actually a leverage, and it's not a problem. But then I understand you. The dropping out of the PhD, let me not lie to you. It is the PhD that is your problem. Forget about it. It's okay. You dropped out of it. Move on with your life and focus on your MS and apply for your EB2NIW. Everything will be fine eventually. All right, moving forward. I was answering Makinde's question earlier. And thank you so much for everybody that is subscribing. I appreciate it. At least that's what you can kind of do to support me. I just want to know people that are joining, not like the people, but it's a way to support the person that is doing this. So thank you. So back to the question. Hey, voila. If I say this YouTube self get problem. Oh. Okay, I was able to go back. So if you're finding EB2 and NIW together, does it make sense using different stories? If you're talking about media, does it make sense using different story? What I want to say is this: if you are doing your EB1A and NIW, I think the simple answer is this: please don't go and apply for totally two different proposed like your path to plan. For instance, maybe for your NIW, you say you want to what is a popular proposed endeavor? Okay, so for instance, you want to maybe create a cure to cancer for your NIW, and then for your EB1A, you decide that you want to build a bridge that will connect the whole of America together. It does not correlate. There's no connection between both. So if there's a connection between your EB1A, if your EB2NIW proposed the endeavor and your EB1A plan to continue your work in the US, that's fine. But no, not critically, like completely different endeavors. That's not nice. So try to kind of like conjoin together. Hi, Bello Abidemi. Hello, happy new year to you. Please, you think the current partial visa ban for Nigerians is indirectly affecting EB1A or EB2NIW approval rate? No, it is not. No, I would say that emphatically. No, it is not. The partial ban is not affecting approval rate. What is affecting approval rate is the entire immigration environment. We know right now we are in trying times. Even before the message even before the ban was in effect, even before then, things have been difficult. Approval rate has tanked. And we cannot say, oh, it's the ban that is causing it. No, I don't think it's the ban. It's generally the climate, the immigration climate. So, well, the partial ban, it's also part of the climate, like it makes things much more stiffer and harder. But that's not the only reason why approval rate has reduced. And for everybody, for those who don't know, for the newbies, let me go down that road and explain. So I I spoke earlier, I explained that this meeting is all about the employment-based visa, which allows you to come into the US to work without necessarily having an employer. When you get approved for this visa, you get a 10-year green card, no restricted green card, that allows you to come in and work for a good number of years. So when you do get approved for this, that is when you can now apply for the green card. So there are two stages to this. You first apply, explain why you deserve the visa, fill some certain forms. If you need access to this, we have some WhatsApp group. I'm going to put the link to the WhatsApp group here. So you can join our WhatsApp group and you can have access to this information. And you can also send a message to us, like to just type migratepeople.com on your computer. It will lead you to our website. You can just send us a message, and then we have some free resources, materials that if you want to file for this thing yourself and you don't want to use a lawyer or a consultant, you can use that. I am an immigration consultant. I help people to file the EB1, EB2NIW cases. If you have an RFE means request for evidence. If you have an NOID, notice of intent to deny, you can also reach out to me. And maybe generally you don't even know whether you qualify or not, and you need help and resources on this, you can also reach out to me. And we provide a full consultation which covers both the EB1A and EB2NIW and help you determine whether you qualify for the visa or not. So I want to post the link to the WhatsApp group. I'll be putting it in the chat box and I'll pin it to the top. And you can also contact me via phone. I'll be leaving my phone number here before we leave this meeting today. So the answer to your question on the approval rate is that I don't think the ban on countries like Nigeria, Angola, and all of those other countries, Zimbabwe and the likes, I don't think the visa ban is the one affecting approval rate. If you apply, you may not get approved. And I'm saying this, please, dear sir and ma, let nobody deceive you that they will guarantee you approval. But please, before you work with somebody, be sure that average, like at least they will do a good job for you, okay? But that you get approval 100% is not true, because the immigration climate right now is a little bit tougher than it previously was during the former administration, okay? So thank you guys for joining. I see a lot of people just joined recently. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy New Year to you guys. My name is Salt Lady. Okay, Salt Lady. Yeah. Somebody said Dr. Salt Lady. Forget the doctor part. Let's focus on our focus. All right. So welcome everyone for joining. Please subscribe to the channel and to comment. Thank you so much. Besides, I don't think it costs anyone anything to subscribe, right? So thank you so much for subscribing. The next question. I have a bachelor's degree in sciences. I have more than 5 years experience in banking. Okay. Is there a chance for me, since my degree is different from my work experience? Unfortunately, I'm just gonna be I'm not trying to discourage you, but no, no. However, if you have a master's, it depends on what your proposed endeavor, what you want to do for the US is about. If what you want to do for the US is related to, say for instance, the sciences, and you now eventually get a master's in the sciences, then potentially you may qualify. But sciences and banking, that's like two unconnected, like, I don't know how you weave that out. But then this is it, okay? Sit with a professional. There might be a part to your case that you don't know. I don't want you to just write it off that, oh, well, my bachelor's degree is in the sciences and I had 5 years working experience in banking, and then automatically I'm disqualified. No, you may not be qualified today, but you may be qualified in the next 1 or 2 years. This visa pathway is going to be there forever. Like, do you know that the new gold card, we all heard about the gold card, right? Where if you donate $1 million, you will get your green card. Do you know that the gold card, for everyone that applies, they also still have to meet the requirement for this employment-based visa, the EB1, EB2. They have to still meet the requirement. So that's for you to know that this visa part is not going away, because it's kind of like it's what the country wants. The country wants credible people in their country, and if you fit into the category, definitely they will give you their visa. So is publication required for EB2NIW? Mm, it depends. The thing is, publication is not the only requirement. It is one of the requirements, because we've seen people who do not have any publication, and if they meet other requirements, they would definitely qualify and they can definitely apply for it. So publication is not a compulsory requirement, but if you have publications, it will help your case. Having publications increases the chance, your chances. That's what that's how how best I will put it. So publications increases your chances. Not It is not the only thing about your case. So question: you got EB2NIW approval in August 2023 from Fresh Motivations. You DQ'd. Okay, so you're outside the US. Oh, by the way, you don't have to be inside the US to apply for this visa pathway. You can be outside the US, you can be inside the US, and apply. It's a different classification for each category. So please, if you maybe for instance you are in Ghana, or say for instance you are in the UK, you can also apply for this visa pathway and potentially get approved for it. So for Fresh Motivations is asking that he's in line for consular processing. Then in 2024, he came to the US on H1B with his family. He did AOS in June, but you did not stop your NVC and you got. Oh, okay, I get your issue now. Okay. But then here's the thing. When you came into the US in 2024 with your family, why didn't you let them know that you are now in the US since then? You know, I know you did submit your AOS, but I know that there are certain steps that you are required to take when you came into the US and then you did submit your AOS, because you are now actually regarded as somebody that is inside the US and not somebody outside the US. What do you do now? Well, I don't know. At this point, I think your case have gone off of our tables here. I'm sure you must have spoken to some people and they would have told you this as well. So the case is a little bit complicated now. Why didn't For me, I'm like, why didn't you just stop the NVC process. Because if you had stopped the NVC process, maybe you would not have, come to this. And it's quite a while. It's 2024 since you came, so that's a long time. But it's okay. And maybe you can reach out to me on WhatsApp. I'm sure you have my number, so maybe you can reach out to me and then we can go from there. So okay, yeah. Does someone in the field of communication stand a chance of approval, or is it just them? Well, tea cooking, I studied mass communications myself. Okay, so yeah, maybe that's why I'm kind of like different, and I have a different view to this. I studied mass communications. So yeah, I think that answers your question. And I did get my visa done through this pathway. So yeah, the fact that you did communications, you studied theater arts, you studied music, you studied dance, you studied drama, you studied performing arts, you studied banking and finance, because that's another question a lot of people ask. That people who studied banking and finance, people who did economics. It said, let me put it this way. People that are in the science fields, like are in STEM, you know that if you say you want to find a cure to cancer, it's easy to explain it. There are science is science. Science is straightforward. It's 2 plus 2 equals to 4. 2 plus 2 will not wake up tomorrow morning and be equal to 15. Okay? But in our field, as you already know, in the performing arts, in the arts, in and humanities, it's a little bit different, okay? You have to explain, like, the impact of your work might not seem clear to people easily. So we might need to do a little bit extra work to be able to show that people from the arts and humanities actually have that value that they can give to the US. And somehow, it leads me to the question of the person that asked earlier, that can you qualify for EB2NIW and not qualify for EB1A? Or can you qualify for EB1A and not qualify for EB2NIW? Sometimes, majority of us in this area, we usually fall into the category, because it might be difficult for you to explain the 3 prongs for EB2NIW, but it might be clearer to explain yourself in EB1A and how your work is important under EB1A than under EB2NIW. But like it's also difficult to climb the field and get to the top of the career in arts and humanities as well. So yeah, but I think I've answered your question. People in arts and humanities can get approved. I studied mass communication and I did get it. I thought, lady, what are the chances for someone in a non-STEM master's? Okay, I think I've answered that as well. Ah, hey, we are even plenty communication people. Hello, communication people. Okay, do healthcare workers, especially nurses, get approved for EB2NIW? I have an approval for EB3. Oh yeah, EB3, I know it's a lot, a long wait time right now for people that are on EB3. I can imagine what you're going through. Yeah, and you have over 5 years experience. How does one go about NIW in these cases? So there is actually a particular NIW that is for physicians, doctors, like psychologists and the likes. You can Google it, okay? There is actually a particular, like, it's a field, it's a separate category, a visa category that is specific for only healthcare workers for EB2NIW. Kind of try and read, because if you're already on EB3, we already know that you're already working for the hospital or whichever establishment that you're working for. And maybe you've been doing this, I don't know how long you've been doing it. So try and check and see if you will qualify for that. I know most times most nurses don't qualify for the physician EB2, because you're not a physician. But who knows? I don't know. You might actually be a nurse practitioner, or maybe you have other certifications. Perhaps maybe if you're a mental health nurse, and you may fall under the category. Let me Let me try and share my screen. I hope it does not disrupt the flow of this work, this page. Physician NIW. Yes, and this is for medical doctors, therapists, um, and all of that. I know a lot of us don't actually know that this actually is a visa pathway, but yes, physicians have their own NIW and their own requirement is different. But you did so the thing is that it's not NIW, it's EB2, not NIW, because you need to actually get a labor certification done to get this done. There are some certain pathways that you can take that you may not file the like need a US hospital to file it for you, but they will require you to work with them for 5 years. So it's almost like when you're on your EB3. But the good part is that unlike the EB3 that is much more longer than EB2NIW, your chances of getting your green card is way faster than under EB3. um Let me stick to this. Maybe next meeting we will share screen. Let me not scatter what I've fixed so far. Okay, so thank you so much for everyone that is joining. Hello, happy new year. Welcome to our webinar. My name is Sod Lady, and it's nice to see you all join today once again. Please subscribe to the channel as you join, and you can ask your question. It's just a 1 minute wait and we can ask questions. Okay, thank you so much for subscribing. He said, hello, I study material engineering at Day Toro for your undergrad. You studied material engineering for your undergrad. You have an MBA for your master's. I'm sorry if I'm talking too fast. I talk too fast. I know it. Communication people. Okay, but I hope you can all hear me, right? So I cannot, and he's asking that he cannot figure out what to use as proposed endeavor. Sorry, I cannot help with that. But if you can reach out to us, we provide a professional service for this. You can book a consultation with my office, and we can sit with you and look through your life and help you find a proposed endeavor together, because it is about you. This is the work that you will do. So, but we will help you to map it out. But it's not something that I can answer here. Can you review people's petition for them before submission? Oh, absolutely. That's my specialty. We offer the review service effective today. Our review service costs $400 for review. So if you want to review your petition, please you can submit it. The link, you can just type our website, migratepeople.com, and you can find all our services on the website. Okay, for someone who has an October 2025 application date for EB2, is it advisable to submit EB1 considering the current partial ban? Would the person be able to get a green card for EB1? Ololade, hi, Ololade, Mr. Money. Okay, so should you apply for your EB1? I said it yesterday, so let me say it again today. Now, the misconception generally about this government ban, I would say, let me start with this, because this is a public space. So this is a disclaimer. Number one, I am not a US immigration lawyer. I am just somebody that knows a lot about this process. Having been in this field for a very long time, and I've helped a lot of people get their approvals. I'm not God, and we don't dish out approval, but we try our best and we make sure that we do excellent work for our customers. Now, picture this. You have a house, and one day you wake up in the morning and you see everywhere in your house, you see people that you don't know, that you don't even know where they are from. You don't know you don't know anything about them. You don't know how they even got there in the first place. And they are there. You earn $100 per month. Now you have over 50,000 people extra to feed. How can you survive on your $100 salary feeding 50,000 extra people? Now, forget about the feeding. Sometimes people can feed, they can create a farm and fend for themselves. You have small children. in the house. You have valuable property, your certificates in the house, you have valuables, you have things in the house that you really honestly, are valuable to you, like your intellectual knowledge, your designs, your creativity, and all of that. Then sometimes people are people. You can't dictate and you can't um exactly state how people will behave. Okay, I'm saying this in the clearest way I can explain it, because I know it's a very touching matter to discuss. And being an immigrant myself, it's not like I'm downplaying, the need for, let them open the door, let everybody come in and all of that. And I am pro that, like, that's my job. Like, all these things is affecting, a lot of the things that we do anyway. So, and it's personally, I have so many people that I want to call. I want them to even come in here and all of that. I don't want us to look at the US as a bad place. It is all over the world. Go to Germany, Australia, Canada, UK, everywhere. Even Nigeria, even your Nigeria, everybody is trying to protect their people. Some they overdo it. I will not say them, the who. I will not be able to say the who. But some people they overdo it. They are overdoing it. They are doing it in a bad way. They are victimizing people. But it does not change the fact that a house that is not protected, if it does not fall today, one day it will fall over itself. The peace, the security that you enjoy here, the access, the opportunities, and everything that we enjoy in anywhere you go to all over the world, even your Nigeria, as bad as it, well, let me not say as it's bad. The truth of the matter is it's bad. Anyway, the point is, let us try to, because I'm saying this because that was what got me through our gas first term. It was actually when I sat with someone and they explained it to me this way, and then I saw it that, in all fairness, we sometimes, when you are on the other side, maybe you are on the hurting side of something, you tend to look at it only from your own angle. But sometimes when you are on the other side, it is important that you also look at a case from the other angle. I'm talking about the immigration trouble, everything, the hardness that is going on right now, to talking about immigration. Please let us not, I'm saying this because, whatever we do, everything we do, it's energy. The energy with which you go into something, if you go into it with a victim energy, that, oh my God, they have to get me, they have to stop me from coming here, they are how to debar me from fulfilling my dreams, from accessing all these opportunities, from getting all these things, then you may honestly not get it. But if you actually approach it from a very clear mind, and you see it in all truthfulness for really what it is, don't worry about the excessiveness and the overdo. It will let you know that this is important to them as much as your goals is important to you. If they don't take care of themselves, we will. If you don't also take the steps that you're supposed to take, we will do it for you. So I know this is a very controversial topic. I'm very careful to talk about it, um, because this is a social media space. But I'm also careful to not um, address it, because I'm talking to educated people here who, most of us, are professionals in our different spaces. And I'm sure that we see things, from a very, very better view than people out there. Go into this 2026, a lot more will happen. If you think that you saw shege with the news every day, the back to back last year, expect more this year. I was here during their first time, but they showed everybody shege. The only difference between that time and now is that COVID came. So when COVID came, everything died down, everything calmed down. When everything calmed down, it looked as though, things are better now and all of that. No, It was COVID that actually suppressed the hardness then. So what we are seeing today was not something that has not happened before. And honestly speaking, if you go into this year as you journey in this your immigration journey with a victim mentality or with a victim approach, you may also actually ultimately just be bitter the entire year, because every day you will be hearing gbas gbos. I am telling you, you think you saw shege last year, more is coming this year. As you are waking up, another news is coming out. As you wake up, another one is coming. It's just going to be like a breeze every day. But if you approach it with, this is where I'm going, this is my focus, I understand that this person is trying to protect themselves, they're trying to protect their people as well, but I'm not going to be a bother, I'm not going to be a pest to them. I'm going to focus on my focus. If I'm still in school, for those of us that are on F1, F2, don't run, don't overdo, don't do what is wrong, stay on your lane, be prayerful, things will get better. This phase, it will pass. I know it sounds like I'm speaking rubbish, but I am telling you, for somebody that has gone through this process before, that this phase, this heat on immigration that we are feeling, it will pass. It's just a matter of time. And I always like to give practical examples. Earlier in 2025, they banned all visas. Nobody could go to the embassy. Nobody. That thing affected a lot of students from resuming school in August 2025. It really affected them. But those that did not despair and held on to hope, when they removed the ban, they simply went to go and do their visa interview and they got it. And some of them were lucky to come in last night. So if you came in last night, please, if you came in last night to the US, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm sure you got my maybe you got my contact on the group or something. Please send me a message. We have a community for you guys who just came in. Because trust me, it's a totally different ball game for you guys. And there are certain things that you should do right. Like, I wish that somebody like me, I met them when I came into the US as a student. Maybe I would like be way better than I am currently. So there are certain things you should get right. Like, it's a different country you're coming from, especially if you're coming from countries like, say, Nigeria, Ghana, and like our normal countries over there. So, get your feet in the door, get things right. You understand? So, summary of what I'm saying is this: don't despair this year. A lot of shege will happen, a lot of news, bad news, even worse than we saw last year will happen. I'm not prophesying, it is the fact, and I'm talking from experience, from what has happened before. And more shege will more shege. Sorry for those who do not understand that shege means more trouble, more problems, more bad news, more immigration stiffness, more immigration rules that would affect us would come. Even people that have green cards, don't sleep with both eyes closed. You cannot sleep with both eyes closed right now. You have to keep working towards what you said you want to do. A lot of people have gone to visa interviews and they've turned them back. So you have to be careful. Like, don't go where you're not supposed to go. Like, honestly speaking, let everybody just be careful around this time. If you don't need to collect that SNAP benefit, don't collect it. What do you want to use that money to do? Is it food? Don't worry. You'll be fine. Don't collect benefit that you're not supposed to collect at this time. Oh, please. Let us, because I'll not talk more than that. I was here doing his first time. Trust me, it was not nice at all. So, what is the validity period for EB1A green card? 5 years or 10 years? 10 years. 10 years. 10 years is the same for EB2NIW and for EB1A. It's 10 years. That's why I like the visa pathway. Okay, from Ghana, you pursue Doctor of Optometry. You are now pursuing a PhD. You have 4 authored publications. You have a PhD with 31 citations. What is the rate of NIW approval? That one I cannot tell. What is the rate of your approval? My brother, apply. You do have a good profile. The question is, what do you want to do for the US? Do you have an idea of something that can be beneficial to the whole country. Oh, by the way, let me say this. For those of us who are maybe postdocs, if you are a postdoc here, or you are an early career researcher, or you are a PhD student and you know you are in a good lab and your supervisor is very good, please try and apply for grants this year. There are so many courses. I remember when I was in school, unfortunately, it was one of my most miserable classes where I learned how to write NSF, NIH, all those grants. I hated it with passion because it was difficult. Oh my God, it was hard. But get grants, okay? There are so many grants that are that early career researcher, international people. The fact that you're international does not mean that you cannot get access to some grants. Don't worry about it. It's not the money, it's the fact that you got a grant. See, when you get a grant, it helps your EB1NIW, EB1 or EB2NIW approval. It helps you. It shows that, especially when you are claiming that you are well positioned to advance your proposed endeavor. This year, apply to grants. Go on the NIH, NSF, whatever website and try and apply for it. And another thing, for those of us that are inside America, in your town, in your state, there's SBA, Small Business Administration. But aside from that, let's start with the SBA, because if you go there, they will be able to direct you. There are some organizations that give out grants. So for instance, you are let me tweet as the example here, right? But they said my connection is unstable. Please, I hope that you are still hearing me clearly. Okay, so for Dr. Moses Sawuni, so think about people in your community that may need, say, that may usually have any form of eyesight, visual connected problem. How can you solve this problem? Now, in your community, maybe you live in, say, Ohio, or you live in New York, or you live in Michigan, anywhere. In your town, in the municipal office, go there. They actually have some grants for research. Some of these things we don't know because we don't ask. Go there, try and get the grant to do research, to do information, like connect with them. Sometimes you actually need letters from these government offices, but if you have not been volunteering and working with them, you will not know. This year, go out of your way and get some of the evidences you need. Don't rush. The thing is this, at this point, we are already in the fire. There's no way out. We just have to brace it, impending the time of God will go. So while we are here, don't submit a shoddy application moving forward. Make sure that your application is airtight and it is well done. The generation of submitting anything goes, it has passed. I'm telling you, it has passed. If you don't do it well, you don't get it done. Like, it won't be approved. Grace and luck is still a huge part of this application, but at the same time, you really need to get things together. Like, you need to get them. So Dr. Antwi, you do have a chance, especially because you are you are a professional in the field and you already have some of the degrees that are required anyway. And I think you should give it a try. Yeah. If you need our services, you need a professional service, please reach out to us. We provide the service. This person says, my EB2PD date is current. Wellington, I have 8 months left on your OPT. Do you think it is okay to submit AOS and hope to receive the EAD before OPT? No, don't do that. Don't do that. Apply for your OPT EAD STEM extension first. Apply. Whatever you do, apply. Get that one in hand. A bird in hand is worth 1 million in the bush at this moment. Get your STEM OPT, then do your, in fact, you can submit both on the same day. They are two completely different applications. They don't bear no bearing together. So submit your STEM OPT and also submit your AOS. Because right now, like these days, they take a lot of time to approve STEM OPT. And they also take a lot of time to approve AOS. That is adjustment of status. So please, I know it's a lot of money and I know it's a lot, but it will be better for you to be in status than not be in status. Okay. What is going on here? All right. So, hello everyone once again. Thank you so much for joining. We will be rounding off soon. I know we may not be able to take all questions, but I'm going to run through as many as I can before we end the meeting. Okay. Does the ban affect Nigerians who are oh my God. I'm sorry. I don't want to miss your questions, but something on my, let me just pin it so that I can rest. I don't know what I pinned, but it's not allowing me move forward. So, okay, yeah, I got that done. Does the ban on Nigerians affect EB1? I plan to apply this year. Michael, no. Please apply. The application, it is not the application they banned. What they ban is the approve, like you getting the visa. So please apply if you can. What is the chance for EB1A approval for someone in political science? Well, I can't say. If you meet the requirement, you apply. Stop worrying about the chance. Just apply. Ha, voila. Please, I cannot see your WhatsApp number and the WhatsApp group link. Send a message to us. Go to migratepeople.com and send us a message, okay? Migratepeople.com. You see our WhatsApp number there. Please send us a message on WhatsApp. Or you can send us a message via our email. The WhatsApp group link, I'll post it here, but I cannot post it now because I'll lose all the messages down. So if you stay to the end of the meeting, you will see the WhatsApp link. And if anybody has the WhatsApp link here, please post it there. It's first day of the year. I don't really like to stress people, so I am not getting an assistant for this meeting. Because I don't want to be a burden on anybody's New Year day. Everybody should enjoy their day. At what stage can you include your spouse when submitting your EB2NIW? Please include them from the start. It is better these days because now they are conducting a lot of research, they are doing a lot of checking. So if you have a spouse, include them from the start. However, I understand that some of us, you are still trying to see if your spouse can get an F2 visa or maybe your spousal J visa. You can add them at the AOS stage. That's fine. Okay. If you want to add them during the adjustment of status stage, that's fine. But if you can, it's better to add them at the I-140 stage because that way you save yourself plenty explanation. Also, can someone on J1 apply? Oh yes, if you have made the waiver, if you have the J1 or the J2 waiver thing, you can, and you have met the 2-year requirement, or maybe you got the waiver, you can apply. Hello, Salt Lady. Please, as a chemistry PhD student who is halfway into the program with no master certificate and only 6 years of experience as a teacher before coming to the US, how can you be qualified? That one there. So this is it. You cannot say you want to be a teacher only. That will not work because they will tell you that they have a lot of chemistry teachers. Yeah. But if, for instance, your research, you can maybe talk to your department and ask them if they can give you a master's degree. Sometimes they agree to it, to give you a master's degree halfway through your program. So that might be a that might be a pathway for you. Okay. So for applying for EB2NIW, also, do I have to wait to finish the PhD program before applying? And what can I do right now towards being qualified? Well, so you know that they provided a list of requirements of things that you should meet for you to be eligible for the EB2NIW. If you don't have those things now, my sister, today is New Year Day. Sit down, get a pen and paper or your computer, create a Google Drive on your computer. Create a Google document. Carry those, go to the EB2NIW website. Look through the requirements. Now, Map a pathway for yourself. This year, I want to write 2 papers. I will attend and present, not just attend. If you just attend, it don't mean anything. I will present a paper at a conference. I will present a poster. I will apply for so and so grant. I will reach out to, for instance, maybe you are working on water, maybe water clarity, water conservation for or something in your town. I will reach out to the water authority in my community, in my town, where I live, where I'm doing my PhD, and work with them on their water purification system, blah 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 blah, to get involved in the community, so that when I want to apply, they can write me a recommendation letter that what I want to do actually makes sense. Map that part for yourself. And then, for example, some and if I know we have like all these research groups. So if you want like these research communities, like maybe people that are in chemistry and stuff, um you can also reach out on that as well, because sometimes doing research alone can be very very tasking, cost intensive, especially if you are in a lab that they don't have some of the apparatus that you need for your research. You can collaborate with others, and you also need recommendation letters sometimes. This year we really really would like if professionals in our communities will be open to writing recommendation letters for the junior ones. In your case, because you don't currently have, maybe you don't meet the requirement for EB2, you may actually, I don't know, maybe you won the teacher of the year for the whole of West Africa for last year. So you might actually be at the top of your career and you may qualify for EB1A, but you may not know this if you don't ask, or maybe if you don't get to know the basics. So that's why we offer a consultation for that service. What can you do? I hope I've been able to answer your question. There are so many, and by the way, for those people that are just resuming to the US and you were able to cross the border, welcome. Please don't wait until your 3rd year or your 4th year to apply to this thing. I've been shouting about this thing for the past 5 years now. And some people keyed into it and they did it. They took their time, they built their profile for like 2 years, and now they did apply and they got it. And another thing is that you don't actually need a master's degree to apply for EB2NIW. You don't. You can get approved under the exceptional ability option. So there are so many things that you can start doing now. You can start doing now that can help towards your case. Don't wait until when you exactly want to apply before you start doing things. If you wait until then, it's not nice. So I think I've been able to answer your question. Please, what benefits am I referring to? Well, I mean US benefits that are intended for US citizens or US green card holders, and if you are not a US citizen or you are a US green card holder and you are still on a non-immigrant visa like F1, J1, M1, B1, B, all those ones, and you are accessing those opportunities and benefits, I'm encouraging you to advise yourself to stop accessing those things. Tomorrow morning, they may wake up and say those people that have accessed those things, they will not give them green card. Well, you may not be able to get it now. Another regime may come like they did the last time and cancel that and say, you know what, don't worry, everybody can get the green card. But what if you are going out of status around that time? You don't want to be at a disadvantage. Do you understand? You don't want to be at a disadvantage. So please, so I hope I've been able to answer your question. We did not hear about the grant. Oh no, I was just talking generally about research grants. Research grants, maybe for instance, if you say you want to do business, maybe you want to help small businesses, blah 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 blah, and all of that. Do you have access? Do you know how to write grants so that those small businesses can access them? You understand? And also, there are certain things that are not aligned with the current administration, things like diversity, equity, and inclusion. Um, Maybe if your work is like, we post them on the groups, so you see them on the group. Ehen. Let me, I have to protect myself too, because this life, if you dey help person, the person wey you dey help sef, make e come be the one wey go come put you for trouble sef. So we discuss it on the community, or you can reach out to me and then we can discuss better. Okay, let it align with your DS 160. Okay, please answer questions. Adechioma, please don't talk to me that way. I do not appreciate it. Please, I am trying my best to answer as much people that as I can. Kindly, please, treat me with respect as much as I treat others with respect too. Thank you. Okay, please, is it possible to apply all the way through for either EB1 NIW online with the USCIS account, or get approved? Or would you advise to stick to the mailing system? Oh yes. USCIS actually recently opened up the option for you to apply online. It's a choice thing. I don't know. I think I would stick to the mailing system for the now. That's just me. But if you want to do the online thing, please by all means go ahead and do it. And until they mandate us that we should just switch to online, I don't think I will do the online thing, because you can only upload like 5 MB per time. How many documents will I upload with 5 MB? That's too little. So I don't think it will work for me ever. And another thing I want to tell you is that for those who are going to be using the online submission method, please make sure that your documents, when you're uploading them, they are crisp. When I say crisp, I don't know how to explain it. Make sure that your document is sharp. Make sure that your documents that you're uploading is neat. Make sure that your document that you're uploading is correct. In a way, it's actually good if you upload it, if you do the online submission, because you'll be able to see clearly what you are submitting. Because we've had cases, unfortunately, of people when they submit paper filing, sometimes when they scan the documents in their office over there, maybe when the way you can place a paper on a scanner and then it cuts out some parts, and then the officer may say, oh, they did not see the URL of the page. And that brings me to this. When hello everyone, the new people that are joining, thank you for coming in. Welcome, and happy new year to you. Thank you for joining. Please subscribe to the channel as you come in. Thank you. Okay, now for those who are going to be submitting their petition anytime soon, please try your best. Try your best. I'm saying it again. Try and make sure that when you are submitting an online, like a document that you saved online, maybe like a news media, when you are saving the document, make sure that the URL is showing on the document. Okay, if the URL is not showing, they will come and tell you that maybe you forged the document. And immigration fraud is a very serious issue right now. You don't want to be on the other side of the law. Please. That's the much I can say on that. Make sure that you print your document with the URL for any page that you print, like that you save from the internet. Let the URL show on the document. My PD is November 2024, and by the way, let me just address this issue. So yesterday, I know I mentioned about the CV thing, and I'll say your questions here right now. Look, it's a thing of choice. Like I always told you, I just share my opinion. At the end of the day, it is still your choice. Yesterday, after the meeting, over 10 people sent me a message telling me, Salt Lady, that thing you said is true. That thing you said is true. Some of the things that I submitted in my DS 160, in my CV, in my documents, they are referring to it. I'm happy. I thank them. I'm so happy that they reached out and they shared their truth. because I'm saying these things. Some people think that I don't know what I'm saying. If so, a document is not required compulsorily in your application, don't put it. If you have put something in your DS 160, you don't remember, ask your agent that helped you to apply. Then go back and check your DS 160 and see the things that you put there. They are referring to these things now. They see them. Okay, it's not like you were lying, but as we are growing, you're not lying, you're not doing anything fraudulent, you were not misrepresenting any information in any way. Okay, but you are a human being. You cannot remember every place that you have worked in your life. That's fine. But if you don't put it there and you mention it, sometimes they will go and cross check and tell you that you were doing this. It's unnecessary. But if you want to put it, please, by all means, go ahead and put it. If you do a good resume, a good one, yeah, why not? You can use it. Okay. I just feel like a lot of people could have avoided an unnecessary RFE if they did not leave that gap in their work. For someone who got denial in okay, I think I didn't answer this person's question. Your PD is November 2024. You have 17 months left in your STEM OPT. If your date becomes current, do you advise to go ahead and file AOS? No. Until your date becomes current, you cannot apply for green card. That's the simple answer. Don't worry about table A or table B. All of those does not matter. Every month they will show you, after they release the bulletin, after about maybe one day or like maybe 1 week max, they will tell us whether it is table B or table A they want to use. And by the way, if you want to file for your AOS, you also provide the service. Maybe you want to make sure that you get your I-485 application, your EAD card and everything, the cover document, and all of that put together. We also provide the service as well. Please reach out to us for the service. So the question of table A or table B, I don't think it's a problem that you should be worried about right now. Just pray that the date moves to your priority date, and then but in the meantime, I think at your stage you should go do your medicals. Okay, go do your medicals so that that does not delay you when your PD becomes current. So for someone who got denied in EB2NIW, can you change your proposal endeavor when reapplying? In all fairness, there's actually nothing wrong if you want to change your proposal endeavor when you are reapplying. In all fairness, there's nothing wrong, because they might just not be satisfied with what you initially submitted. And if you have a better proposal endeavor, that's fine. Yeah. So provided you have the evidences to back it up, that's all that matters. You did your you did biochemistry as an undergrad, but you are doing a master's in management, MIS. How do you link it together? Well, I'm not a magician. Sorry. If you can find a nexus, maybe because you are doing management information systems, perhaps there's a way you can create a nexus between because I'm sure there must be a reason why they gave you that admission for MIS, even though your background was in biochemistry. So whatever story you weave together in your statement of purpose that allowed them give you that approval, please work on that again and represent it, put it together. You can reach out to us. We provide profile reviews for that. But yeah, I think that you can find a pathway in that. Maybe you may need to complete your MIS masters though, before you apply. But yeah. Okay. I said we're almost rounding up, so I don't know how many more questions we have, because like today I didn't actually talk about like the bulk of the EB visa pathway, but I think we've been answering questions and talking about how we can all survive this year in immigration. It's a lot going on this year. If you for those of us that are just joining, welcome once again. I know it's New Year Day. You are supposed to be celebrating and resting today and starting the year strong. It's a lot that is going on all over the world, especially on the immigration front. Is it still wise to apply and to plan to immigrate this year? I think you should still work towards it. For some of you, in all fairness, with the whole thing happening everywhere, this actually might be your year of planning. It can be your year of building your profile. Of when I say building profile, a lot of people when they sometimes when they hear you build profile, they hear negative, they hear it in the negative. They think, oh, you are going to go and concoct fake documents together. No, that's not it. That's not it. Where all the people that are at the top today, they all built themselves before they got to the top. Everybody that you see that has 100 papers, 200 papers, and blah 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 citation, they all did the hard work at a point in their lives. They all wrote those papers at a point in their lives. They got those awards at a point in their lives. You can use these few years to also build yourself a good profile. Work on yourself, build a skill, start a business, write that paper, write that book, come on social media and post. Go on LinkedIn, you mess, post it there. I'm so happy and excited today I forwarded. Praise the Lord. Push yourself out there. You don't know who is watching you. You don't know what opportunities it will open for you. You don't know what doors it will open for you. You know how to, whatever skill that you have, whatever it is that is that special thing that you know how to do, that you are thinking in your mind, oh, this thing that I'm talking about, can it be useful for the US? Can it be useful? Can they approve it? Why not try? What do you have to lose? Nothing. Okay, well, you lose money if they don't approve you. But it's okay. In life, we win some, we lose some. But until you apply, you cannot tell, right? So just put your best foot forward. Use this time to build that profile. In 1 year, okay, if you are serious and you're dedicated, your life can actually move 360 degree. In all fairness, we know this, right? We all know this. We all know these things, but we kind of just don't do it because we look at it like, oh, am I worthy? Can I do it? Is it important? Do I have the funds? Do I have the money? Oh, but when we have money to buy stuff on Amazon and every day they are delivering a box at your doorstep. Yeah. Yeah. You have money to send to Nigeria and be appear as a nice person to everybody. Build yourself. Build yourself here. Create a profile for yourself. Do that research. Attend that conference. Write that paper. Register that business. Register the patent. Do what you need to do. You see every other person you want to help, you will help them eventually. But just get this done. And I don't mean that you should be wicked. Please, I don't mean that, of course. The Lord loves a cheerful giver. But at the same time, you cannot help, the blind cannot help the blind. Thank you. I asked and they said they can't give master certificate. Oh, sorry about that. And sometimes they do that, but use the remaining time that you have to build your profile. And by the way, I think you are the person that your masters and your background and your current work does not correlate. Okay, so that does not apply to you. But I just want to say that you don't need a master's degree to apply for EB2NIW. And by the way, you don't need the education to apply for EB1A. EB1A is on a different ball game on its own. Please, everything that I'm saying today, I want to say, give a disclaimer. Tomorrow morning, our God can wake up and change the whole ball game. So please, things change, okay? So, and if it changes, this year I'll be doing more of these webinars and all of that. So we have time to discuss and ask questions. But there are some times that I will not take questions. I just go deep into the work. And I'll be bringing other professionals also so that we can talk and discuss these things. Can a pharmacist of over 10 years experience in Ghana apply? Yeah, if you meet the requirement, of course, why not? Can a medical doctor that is a consultant apply? Oh yeah, Cletus, yeah, why not? if you meet the requirement, yeah, there are certain requirements. It's not just about you getting these degrees though. There are certain requirements that you also need to meet as well. Could you please explain further the SBA in our communities, which you mentioned? Yeah, so see, in your, like, you can go so if you're in America, okay, every state in America has a small business administration office. They actually, it's their job and their responsibility to provide free service to you. But as immigrants, we don't use the services, right? Reach out to them. Just Google, just type it on your computer as I'm talking. SBA in, maybe if you live in Cincinnati, Ohio, write it there. If you live in um Dallas, Texas, write it there. It's not just the SBA only. Oh. Let me tell you, in this America, some of us, we are sleeping on opportunities. Especially those of us that have collected our green card. We are sleeping on so many opportunities. A lot that you should be doing. I don't mean that it's not everybody that will open a business. So it's not everybody that will create a company. It's not everybody that will be an entrepreneur. You can be working in your company as an employee, whatever it is that you're doing, and you are doing excellently well, and you are making great success, like massive success with it. Okay? Taxes season is coming. We are already in 2026 already. I mean, American taxes. I know Nigeria has their own problem they are facing from today. Anyway, I'm part of the problem. Anyway, so I mean, I'm part of the people, not part of the problem, part of the people. So, but then it's okay. So you can access the SBA, and they can provide you some resources. I know, for instance, if you register your business, they actually give good discounts for some certain business some business tools that you need for you. They can advise you, they will point you to, even in your town, there are some places where you can actually get offices. They do provide those kind of services where you can apply, and then they will give you maybe like a office space that you can use for your business as a immigrant, minority person that you are. And you can ask for grants. They may not give you the money, but they will direct you to where you can get it. Sometimes information is what matters. Info laugh info. Okay, now I'm joking. But anyway, you guys get my point, right? So the summary of this is this. Today is January 1, 2026. As we are talking today, by December 31st, 2026, it will surprise you to know that from this our meeting and this community, we would raise many people that will get green cards this year. We would raise people that would actually grow their career, grow in their finances, grow in their health. Who knows? We might even, have a billionaire, in our midst by the end of the year. It's possible. All these things are possible. It is what it is. Maybe because I'm a over believer in everything, sha. But I know that these things can be done. You can get your green card this year. You can still get your green card this year. Yes, it is possible. But if you don't take the step, it ain't gonna happen. What is the impact of the travel ban on consular interview? Unfortunately, right now, everybody's interview is on lockdown, and that's on period. Until when they reopen it, there's nothing we can do about it. Oh, thank you so much, Uzochukwu. I appreciate it. After the approval of your NIW, can I move on to the second stage? My country is included in the list, in the ban list. Yes, this is it. Apply, okay? If that is for Yvonne. If your country is listed as part of the countries under the ban, you can submit your application, okay? Because they may wake up tomorrow morning and remove the ban, just like they did some few months back. They may remove the ban, but if you don't apply, you will now have to start then. Don't wait until then, okay? Just apply. I know these things I'm saying, a lot of people have said I am too believing, I'm too hopeful and all that. I know, maybe maybe because I just have this let's just do it spirit, and because that's what has always helped me. Let's just do it. Let's do it. Just do it. Because if you don't do it, you ain't gonna get nowhere anyway. My NIW went through 4 USI centers. Is this normal? Yes, it is normal. It's okay. Yeah, they like the color of your name. I'm just joking. Don't worry, okay? Just keep praying and keep hopeful that they would do it. When your PD for EB2 becomes current, while your I-140 is still pending, what do you advise the person to do? Aunty Esther, Aunty Esther, do premium processing and rest. Do premium processing and rest. Because no matter how many years you wait, they may never adjudicate your case. Okay? They may not adjudicate it in like as soon as possible. I don't mean like never, but like they will not do it when you want them to do it. And then you are just waiting in line. Meanwhile, your case has become current. So why are you doing that to yourself? But it's okay. I understand it's a lot of money. The premium processing costs $2,805. I can buy land. I can collect chieftaincy title with that money. But what do I need the chieftaincy title for? Anyway, I talk a lot, so please let us also laugh and joke while we are here and we are at this, okay? So, but then it's quite a lot of money, but if you can afford it, please do it. That's a long wait, my darling. That's a long wait. I know it's a lot of money. I pray that God opens your purse and blesses you this year so you can afford it. Okay. Sorry, I do not mean to be rude. Oh, yeah, it's okay. I just have to say my own. No, sure you know that in this life, if you don't talk your own, people will step over you. So I have to just say my mind. So thank you so much. I appreciate you. Much love, much love. Thank you. Okay, I plan to submit EB1 this month. However, I have articles on air quality and colonialism in Africa. How do I go about that? Your question is a consultant question, unfortunately. It's not a question that we can answer here. It's something that there's a lot of facets that needs to be considered for me to give a clear answer on that. So, but the simple answer to your question is, if you know and you have the conviction in your mind that you are ready to submit, go and do it. Just do it. Okay? Just do it. So your question is, if your EB1A petition is approved while your I-485 is pending, is it advisable to obtain advanced parole form to leave the US and return back to work in the US without issues as a Nigerian? Oh, okay. Now, so what you are saying is that you filed concurrently. If I understand you, you filed concurrently, and then you are asking if it is advisable for you now. But when you filed concurrently, that is, you submitted both your EB1 and I-485 together, but you did not submit the advanced parole form that allows you to travel to and from the US while you are waiting for your green card approval. If you apply for the advanced parole now and they approve it, you can go. But if they did not approve the advanced parole, don't step out though. To be forewarned is to be forearmed. I heard a rumor that service cannot be transferred from a higher to lower degree for immigrants. And I wanted to get into associate degree after getting my green card. Brother Obina, you have scattered our brain with your question. Okay. There's so many things in this question that is mixed up. You said you wanted to apply for an associate degree after you get your green card. If you get your green card, you are no longer under service, so you can do anything you like at that point. Okay? You still have a little bit of restrictions, but the restriction does not affect you as an immigrant. It affects the bulk of your access as a US citizen has much more access than you, a green card holder. And that is just it. But you are not an immigrant at that point anymore. So this is your question. If you get your green card, you can get your associate degree. That's fine. However, I want to assume that Let me assume that you don't have a green card, you are an F1 student, and then somebody tells you that you cannot transfer your service. Maybe you finish a PhD and then you decide that you want to go and do an associate degree, maybe study electrical works. And by the way, please, some of us here, let me just say to you and say it out loud, okay? For those of us that some of us are in the US, you are looking for a job, you have applied. Indeed, I've indeed you. Indeed, I've did you. Okay, that's how they say it. Indeed, I've did you. And you've not gotten a job, okay? But when you were in Nigeria, you are a skilled electrician, you know HVAC, you are a construction worker, you know these things. Go and get the certifications. These guys make a shitload of money. You will be surprised. Everybody want to wear suit. Wahala is too much in this world. I know you are in America and you want to live the life, but maybe this, I know this is unrelated to our discussion. It is not connected. Apologies if it infuriates anybody here, but I know this message is maybe for somebody that is listening to me here right now. Okay, leave that office. Yes, get out of that office. Stop, get out of your computer. Stop applying on Indeed. Go and get that electrician certificate. Go and get that HVA. Go and get it. Go and get it. Your job is not in the office. Your job is in that building, in that construction building. That is where God wants you to be. I know a lot of us immigrants, we don't like to do all this handiwork. We don't like to, and I understand, sometimes it's usually not dignifying, when you meet somebody and you tell them, what do you do? I'm an electrician. What do you do? I'm not a professional. You're a professional. In America, you're a professional. Even if you repair phones, you're a professional. If sometimes that honestly may just be where your breakthrough will come. Go there. Go and learn that skill. Okay? Go to the community college. Go and learn electrical works, learn plumbing, learn it. You'll be surprised that you will make more than somebody that even did PhD. It's the truth. We don't like to tell ourselves this truth, but it's the truth. It may just be where God wants you to be. And by the way, with your degree and your knowledge and your energy and your drive and your passion as an immigrant, you will make so much more than somebody that is just there to just go and learn the skill and be working a normal 9 to 5 earning peanuts. Because you are intelligent and you're smart and you have a PhD and you have a master's degree, if you combine that knowledge, you combine it with that skill, in few years, you've taken off. You've taken off. You're creating businesses. By the time you get your green card or you already have your green card, you're doing a lot. But if you insist that you must work in a blue collar, in a big company, and then wear suit and tie or whatever, I don't know. We don't like to do these things, but it is well. Maybe I've delivered the message that I've been sent to deliver to whoever it is that this message is for. And please, when you do it, invite me. I'll come, and even if nobody attend your we may attend virtually, and celebrate you, because you see that your associate degree that you get from the community college, learning a skill, a physical, like an handiwork, it may help you more and bless your life more. You have time for your family, time for your children, than this job that you are chasing that is not coming. Okay, I've offended people. Sorry. It is well. You talked about business. Does it matter where you open a business? Not necessarily, but of course, don't go open business where you'll be paying too much taxes. Be wise about it. By the way, also I'm a business consultant. Okay, now I'm talking. It's like, you know what? If you need help, reach out to me. Okay. Yes, if you want to register your business, set up. But for those of you who want to register, you want to have a trust, you want to set up generational wealth for your families and all of that. We also provide those services as well. So yes, you can create a business literally anywhere in the US. But please try and create it in a place where you don't have to pay too much taxes. because you don't want to make all your money and have to pay all of it in taxes. Okay. I think I'm done. Oh, there's so many questions to go, but I have to go. Okay. Um, yeah, it's 4 more minutes to the end of this. The meeting didn't go like I really just wanted to go into the details of the EB process, but I think answering your questions is much more insightful, and I think a lot of people will learn more from that. If you were denied, okay, if one was denied EB2, do you have to indicate it in the EB1 application? Yes, there's a portion where you have to indicate it in the I-140 form. Okay, so you have to indicate it there. Since I applied 8 months ago for EB1 and your I-145 using normal processing, your EAD has been approved. Can you change it to premium processing? Yeah, you can. Of course, why not? You can. But you should have done this thing before, Sha. But it's okay. It's never too late. Thanks a bunch for your help, short lady. Just wanted to ask if you have like a foundational study document for people like myself. Oh yes, 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 we do. I'm on the WhatsApp group. By the way, please go on migratepeople.com, send us a WhatsApp message. We will respond to you from there. Next time I will pin the group link at the top so that when people join, they can easily join the group from the link. Okay. But I don't want to lose everybody's messages, so I can't just pin it down there. So yes, we do have a document for that. However, we also have like specialized for people, especially for people that are in the non-traditional fields. We do sell a template if you want a template for that, because the general template is usually for like STEM related fields and all that. But if you want like templates for your niche field, yeah, we do provide that. Do I need to have my green card before reaching out to the SBA in my community? Oh, no, 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 you don't have to. And by the way, you know that as a student, you are not legally allowed to work in the US as a non-immigrant, right? But you are allowed to open a business provided the business does not bring in an income. Okay. Yes, what matters is that you are not generating income. Another thing also is that if you have a friend, a family member who has a green card, you can partner with the person. The person can be a co-owner in the business. Another pep talk. Thank you for let me, you know what, before I go to the pep talk, let me make sure that I've answered everybody's question. Can an F1 open a business? Going, yes, they can. Yes, I am saying that yes, they can, because I know that from experience. Okay, you're not doing anything wrong, but you must not make an income in the business. Those of us that have YouTube channel as an F1 student, be careful. Oh, you know our guy at the top, he may wake up tomorrow morning and we don't know the new level that they will bring out. So what I advise usually, this is a paid service that I'm giving out here. Like, if you have a monetized YouTube channel, TikTok channel, you sell stuff on TikTok shop, you are a digital creator, you are a digital marketer, and stuff like that. I do have a paid community. It's also a WhatsApp community, but it's a paid community where we teach like wealth management, wealth building, and wealth growth strategy. Our goal is that for all of us to become millionaires in dollars, because why not? We can all do it, right? It might take time for some people, but we will all get there, right? Investment strategies, how to invest in stocks, open an IRA account. You don't need to pay to do that, but you need to know what you are investing the IRA money in. Your 401k money, you have to get it right, right? And all of that. So, to do all of this, as an F1 student, opening a business, one thing you can do is that if you have, like I said, number one, if you have a friend, a family member, a trusted person, please don't go and add somebody that you cannot trust as a co-founder to your business. Well, people are very, very unpredictable. People will disappoint you. They will disappoint you, and you will regret doing it. But if you have a good person, don't be scared and partner with them, because it's difficult to live fully on student stipend. Sometimes it's just a little amount of money. Some people don't even have funding to start with. It's a lot. So, well, I know my community the other community is a paid community, but if you join, you can learn one or two skills and ways to go about this. Yeah, unfortunately, this is an open space, so information, it is what it is. Can those in the US still apply for EB1, EB2 after this January 1st? Daniel Jayoba, yes, they can 100%. It is the visa when they get to apply for the green card that is delayed. That is under the ban. The application itself, it's not. People still got approved for EB2 yesterday. This today, January 1. I don't even know that USCIS works today. They approved somebody this morning. Today, January 1. So they are still approving petitions. Submit your application. Okay? Don't be discouraged at all. What's the advantage of owning a business that doesn't generate income as an F1 student? Thank you. Good question. Every business takes time to grow. Okay. When you wait until you get a green, let me tell you this. That is, I'm a little bit emotional talking about this. The amount of the years of our life that we spend while trying to get the green card, I hope you know that it is those years that you spend while figuring out immigration, figuring out and all of that, the school and everything, schooling and all that. I hope you know that it is part of the time of your life that is being gone, that is you are spending. If you are supposed to spend 80 years on it and you spend 10 years figuring out immigration, sure you will not get the 10 years back. You won't. It is part of your life. In that time, your mates that did not immigrate, you may look at it as some of them, you are still better than them. But some of them, they have gone further than you. I don't mean life is a competition, okay? Don't look at it from that angle, but it is still the time of your life that is being spent while you are figuring out immigration. So, if there is an opportunity for you, you're not making money. And it sounds weird in the ears, okay? And it sounds somehow. But we all know that most businesses, they don't generate income in the first or second year that they are opened. We all know this. So why not use that first, second year to build a strong foundation? Make your mistake, fall down, stand up, figure it out, do this, do that. Another thing is that you know that you are a citizen from another country, Abi, and you know that you don't have to be a US person to open a business in America. So if you and your sibling in your country who is resident in your country create an LLC in your country, okay, now come and join my group, you learn more. I cannot talk more than that here. It's a critical matter. Okay, you have your consular interview. I'm sorry, but I cannot say more than that. This is an open space. You have your consular interview scheduled for 15th of this month. They would, I think 99% they would postpone the interview. That's what they've been doing recently. So sorry about that. What for the paid community? Oh yeah, I will put it. Please send me a message, Dorothy. My phone number is 682-206-9871. My phone number again is 682-206-9871. Please send me a message, or please go to migratepeople.com and you can send us a message from any of our channels there. Please, I need your advice on my consular interview. Yeah, I think I've answered that. I don't think they will do it. Yeah. Please, what determines if okay. You have a child who is 21 years old. If you've submitted your I-140, your AOS, no. It's not the date of your I-140 approval that determines, so it's the date of your AOS. I don't know if they've changed it, but that's what it used to be. Let me say this. So there's this family that went for their visa interview in, I think, August 22nd or so, and they have a child who is over 21 years, but by the time they submitted, the child was not over 21 years. Do you know that they did not approve that child? They didn't approve that child. They can be naughty like that. Sometimes they do these things, but then the lawyer is trying to um get them to reconsider, you know. So when the child is over 21 years, it becomes a skewy case. Yeah. Are we allowed to open a business with F1? I think I've answered that question. Is opening a business in your home country counted? Oh yes, so yes. By the way, do you know that as a let me shock you. This country is very weird. Do you know that as an F1 student, if you have a company in Ghana or in UK and you are making money, hey, this country, you know that is wrong. Immigration will not kill somebody. It is well. It is well. Um. Anyway, but the thing is that they hardly look into these things. Like, except you did something wrong, or maybe you are making millions, like a lot of money. That's when they look into it. But maybe you have a YouTube channel. How much are you making from the monetization anyway? They really don't look into those things, in all fairness. But if something wrong, maybe you offended the government or you did something wrong, and they have to kind of like look into your case, that's when it becomes a problem. There are so many things about being an F1 student that, do you know that like you, I'm sure we all witnessed some months back when they were arresting, like, I mean, they wanted to cancel student visa for those people that were that have collected driving tickets. Do we all remember? It was a lot of pressure earlier in 2025. It was a lot. So can you imagine just driving, get a ticket? God will help our, like, we're doing our own time. God help us. We that are Texas drivers, we understand what I'm trying to say. Yeah, but it's okay. So please, no overspeed, no collect ticket, because it can affect your immigration process. There's just a lot of rules and regulations that binds F1 students, but because naturally, as an immigrant, you don't overstep, you don't do what is wrong. So usually you don't know these things, but there are people from some certain countries that actually go against the laws and they know these things. That there's a lot of rules and regulations that you should not actually flaunt when you are an F1 student. Okay, this meeting has gone for so long. We need to end it at this point. I'll take just 3 more questions and we'll be done, and then I'll round up. Are EADs attached to I-485 being approved right now? Yes, they still approve EAD, but you may not get the card soon enough. If you have registered your business in USA without having green card, how do you still get contracts and grants for your country, for your company? Good. In a way, um okay, grants are actually not business income, in case you don't know. Grants are not business income. Grant is grant. Grant is actually free money. It depends on the type of grant, okay? Yeah, it depends on the type of grant. Contract is business income, unfortunately. If you're an F1, don't go against your visa laws. But I think this person is a green, okay, he said without having green card. Me, I've told you, don't go if you have a business in the USA and you don't have a green card. Um, Let me keep my mouth shut. It is well. If my spouse is a professional and qualifies by themselves to even apply for EB1NIW visa, will adding them to my application help? No, it does not. No, no. If anything about your spouse does not in any way affect your application, it is you that they will review. They will not review your spouse at all. And you cannot submit the application as a family together that, okay, my husband is this, I am this. So both of us, you should have, no, no, no. Your husband will apply separately. You will apply separately. He can add you as a dependent. You can now add him as a dependent. And there are so many couples that have done that. So many couples. It's actually a wise path to go. So that if one person gets denied, the other person gets approved. And by the way, the fact that one person gets denied does not affect the other person's approval. Okay? Everybody's case is treated differently because you are two separate individuals. Even though you are married, but you are two different individuals. Your certificate cannot be used for your spouse, and your spouse cannot use your certificate. How does the recent travel ban affect AOS? They are not approving AOS for now, unfortunately. They are approving it online. But for people that need to do a visa, to do the green card interview, they are turning them back. But I think soon they would remove that rule too. Are we allowed to open a see, people that like to do business, you want to better your income. Me this year, our goal is simple. I want to make money. This year, I'm not talking business. I'm talking, online money, digital market. I'm a communication professional, so it is what it is. And I'm a business executive as well. So yes, if you want to make online money, come and join our community. You want to make AI money, come and join us. You want to start doing stocks, come and join us. Let us grow together. All that your money that you're using to buy food every day, Amazon, things that you don't need, come and put them in the market. I don't mean the one that you invest for 30 years, long one, no, only. You do that one, but also you live before you grow old too. You have to enjoy your money while you are still young too. Okay. Are we allowed to open a I think I've answered that. All right. Do you hold this meeting here on YouTube every Thursday? Oh, it's not every Thursday. The thing is, last year I didn't do a lot of these meetings. I used to do it a lot in the past. But this last year I didn't do it because it's a lot that was going on with immigration. And at a point, I don't like to be okay. So I've posted the link on the group. Please, if you want to join, you can join now. I've put the link on the WhatsApp, on the chat. If you are interested in joining, you can click any of the groups to join. I think I modeled it up together. Let me separate them. And maybe next time my assistants would have resumed from New Year holiday. Let people rest. Let the poor breathe. Don't suffocate. I don't say they are poor. I don't mean they are poor, but I'm just joking. All right. So thank you so much, everybody, for joining today. That's how you join the community. Here's my if you also want to reach out to me, you can also reach out to me via the company website. I really appreciate you guys for joining today. I will be doing more of these meetings. Please, when you join, I beg of you, kindly subscribe to the channel. Thank you. You're supporting my work that way and encouraging me to come online here and talk more. This year we support each other. Yeah, we support each other. I don't even know. Let me talk about it sef. People know they support people. I don't know whether na only me dey sound that way. I no understand. Like to if you ask people on the group, please can somebody help me do this? They be saying no. Why? You na no dey help person for your house. I no understand. Maybe let us be helping each other. It's not easy in this country. We are all we have got. We are all we have got. We just have to support each other, just have to support each other because our people from the other communities, other immigrant communities, you guys need to see the way they support themselves. It's massive. It's massive. Like when they do things together, you'll be surprised. You'll be asking yourself that what's going on. So please support people this year. Help people this year. And you don't know who you are helping. You may not see the results now, but who knows in few years down the line, that person that you are helping today might actually be a blessing to your life. Even though you are not even a blessing to you, it does not hurt in any way to actually help somebody else. So please, I beg you, help somebody this year. Somebody needs recommendation letter. You are in the position to write it. Write it for the person. You will not die. Somebody needs information. Let's stop hoarding information. Share with people. It's okay. I know it's a lot, but it is what it is. And another thing, finally, social media, there's nothing that is private there. Try to conserve what you share online as a immigrant. I know sometimes you like to post online, you like to comment on stuff. Stop posting what does not concern you. The immigration officials, they are looking at everything that you are doing. Everything. You go on Facebook, you go and write things that does not concern you, insult the government. Why? Even if it is Nigerian government, don't do it. Don't do it. I know it's a lot. I am saying this because I have seen people that they deny their cases because of this, and it is too late to change. And they were like, oh, they didn't mean it. They didn't mean it. It was not serious. They were just joking. They were just catching cruise. But that cruise cost them what they have worked for. So please, I'm begging us, let us try to reduce the amount of cruise that we will catch this year on social media. Immigration is watching you. Everything that you do, every post that you comment on. I don't know why they do that. I don't understand how I don't know the connection between that your harmless post is to immigration, but it is what it is. So please, let us desist from doing that this year. I appreciate you all. You can join the community. I'm trying to put the number here. I think the connection is being it's glitching one way or another, but I'm trying to get it out. So please send us a message and then we can reach out to you. I would post the link to the paid community out there. Please, the paid community is strictly for serious people who are looking to grow their wealth, to build themselves, to advance their career, to advance their finances. It's a lot that we do there. So we'll post that not on the main groups, but in our close communities and all that. So thank you guys for joining today. I appreciate everyone that subscribed to the channel. Thank you so much, and I wish you all a great year ahead. Please, I don't know how best to put it. Please, let's reduce the tension, the bad news. I know it's a lot going on with immigration. I assure you, it is. If we saw Shege last year, Banza is coming this year. It's a lot that will happen, but keep the faith, build your profile. Look at it as the calm, the storm before the calm. I know usually we say the calm before the storm, but look at this period as the storm before the calm. So brace the storm now, build your profile, get what you need. If you need to write papers, collaborate. Don't do everything alone. Ask for help. Please ask for help this year and get this done. I pray that it's going to be a successful year for us, and you see me more in your faces. I will not show my face because I don't have time for that. But I will talk. I am a talking person, so we'll be here. Thank you so much, and do have a lovely new year ahead. Bye.